Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday night to wherever you are. Uh, it is 8:30 something p.m. here on the West Coast in California on Pi Day, March 14th, and I'm actually going to take a quick tangent away from Agricola to wish my brother Mason a happy birthday. Um, I have a brother who is a lot more famous than I. This is his website, Mason-Sperling. Take an entertainer on YouTube and other platforms. You can find his media here. This is his Instagram. This is his YouTube channel with his one of his best friends, Danny. You can see they are indeed actually famous. So yes, happy birthday, Mason. Hope you're enjoying it. So the world is crazy, as you all know, but it is a great time to do digital tabletop because it's just really difficult to go outside and do things, so might as well be here. Looking in this first pack, nothing like of the cards that are published already. Puppeteer's okay, Clay Warden's iffy, and Sheepkeeper is uh, okay. Of the new cards, Trap Layer, you day labor plus food boar on the next three spaces. That's probably the best card here, which is kind of sad to see. Village Farmer. You can do a full harvest feed breed at the ends of rounds 8, 10, and 12 if you want. So I imagine you do that if you're creating as much food as you are eating. Cattle Whisperer is like better than it used to be, but it's not good enough really. So I'm going to take Trap Layer, Sheepkeeper, Clay Warden, Puppeteer. Hopefully one of those comes back. Otherwise I might take Cattle Whisperer. The rest is just really unenticing. I'm playing this tournament prelim game against Agricola, Fiskist, and PJ. I suppose I should tell the site that I'm streaming. Okay. On day labor, you also get a sheep or a grain. I think I'll be taking this card. Instead of that, you can buy a boar for a food or a cow for 2 food. Yep, that seems good. Might as well just take it now. Brushwood Collector, good to notice. What is Potato Planter? If you occupy 1 clay or 1 reed while the other is unoccupied by the end of the phase, you get a vegetable. Okay. Hardworking Man. It's an action space. You can only use if every other player has more rooms than you. And you could get a day labor and a build rooms and a major improvement action all in one space. Seems interesting, but I definitely have to take Animal Feeder first because it's not restricted. Gardening Head Official. Most veggies in your field gets 2 points. Okay, it's a forward card. You got a Market Crier here. Oh, geez. Okay. So I saw Stable Master and I was like, yeah, that's an okay Yawk. It's way better than the original version. Uh, so Plow Hero is basically Plow Maker, but you have to do it with the first person you place in a round, which is not a huge deal. Plagiarist. Once per round, You mark an action space used by another person's last person. At the start of next work phase, you immediately use it by paying 2 food without placing a person. So that seems really good. I'm going to take Plow Hero first. It actually seems like a bigger priority for me to make sure I have plows, because in Revised, plows are just so difficult. Water Ski Acrobat is a fine card, but it already exists as Portmonger. So it won't be published in the D deck, which is what we're playtesting here. Stable Milker seems interesting. And somebody's showing off on Sunset Boulevard below my place. So we got our day labor with animals and grain. And we got our plows taken care of. So I guess the last parts we're looking for are wood and or cheap rooms. And points. Because you always look for points. But so if I can, I'll play Trap Layer round 1, Animal Feeder round 2, probably hit Day Labor both rounds. So it's basically food, food, grain, and then food, food, boar on the next 3. Get some wood, build some pastures, then my feeding will be taken care of. I can get cows and sheep with the animal feeder. And there's also that if you have fewer rooms than everyone else thing that's floating around. All right, so Emissary is interesting because you basically trade food, clay, reed for a stone each. You could get a bunch of stone on here if you trade like vegetables and animals also, but hopefully you're not doing that. Resource Recycler can be good, but you want other people renovating to stone, and I haven't seen any evidence of that. Domestician Expert is pretty handy. You can hold a ton of sheep if you build a square house. So I think I'm just going to take that. Okay, Puppeteer came back. Village Farmer! I think I have a good chance to use Village Farmer well here. But I think Puppeteer is generally good enough. In the revised version, of course, you're paying the person who's taking traveling players, so it's basically Fisherman's Apprentice from the G deck, but for traveling players. Puppeteer, I feel like, is just better than Village Farmer. Just because I could use Village Farmer a couple of times, it might only be like 2 food and a point of value, so should be thinking about that when I'm evaluating those, so Puppeteer just is solid. Yeah, Plow Hero is a third pick. Not too shabby. That was a good pack, though. That was Fiscus's occupation pack. What, I'll get 7th? All right, so I do have Marushka's card extension enabled here. So you can just be clicking on the cards in my hand, let the thing load, and you should be able to look at the cards in full view. I'm not sure if any of these have like their power listed here. Let me just check Puppeteer. Power. No, the power and ADP are on here. So, nice job with this extension, Marushka. Okay, so both Brushwood Collector and Hardworking Man seem pretty valid here. Gardening Head Official, don't really need it. Oh, someone took Market Crier. That's interesting. So I don't have any support for a 2-room house here, so I think I'm going to pass on Hardworking Man. I'm going to take Brushwood Collector just because it keeps me flexible. It'll be a lot easier for me to do some farming and threaten a room relatively early. Oh, and no one took Plagiarist. At this point, I should feel fine doing it. It's better than Merchant for sure, and it's probably better than getting 2 food after I take a sow action. Alright, what's this one? During scoring, I get half a bonus point for each pair of crops total rounded up, plus 1 for 2 stone and 2 wood. That's not great. Fishing net is interesting to think about because it means I'll be taxing with Puppeteer and fishing net. This is a read for a point. And I'm going to be getting food off of day labor if I'm persistent about it. Stable tree is interesting to note, but I currently have no excuse for building stables on my turn. Material hub needs a reed and stone in my supply and costs a wood clay, and could pay some resources back. A large greenhouse is possibly too slow and or too expensive. Strawberry patch is good, but I don't have a veg supply. I think I just take fishing net. Because it gives me an excuse to take a reedstone food somewhere in the opening if I want to. I can surprise Brushwood Collector off of Puppeteer, I think. That might be the best option there. Okay. So there was adoptive parents in this draft, which is the only time Bassinet can work on family growth, is if someone's adopting. That might be enough for me to just take it here, because that is one of Bassinet's weakest things. It won't let you copy family growth. Overhaul is interesting because you get to just move all your fences around and add 3 more at the cost of 1. Basket chair is okay. It lets you take a second action immediately. Earth oven is good if you know you're going to have a fireplace. It does let boar be 3 food, which is the most important conversion of a cooking hearth that I would need with trap layer. Bassinet, maybe not. If it's a round 7 growth game with adoptive, then that would be a bad thing to pass up, but it is kind of expensive. Baking sheet is interesting if I'm going to have a lot of grain. Pioneering Spirit, it's an action space for you only in rounds 3 through 8. Early it gives you a Reno, and in early mid game, it gives you a veg, pig, or cow. Not great. And remodeling, you get a clay per playroom plus major you have. So I think it's between Earth Oven and Bassinet for me here. Overhaul is what I'd hope to get on the rebound. Probably Earth Oven. Let's try it. Alright, so I really want to get my day labor stuff going. Puppeteer and Plagiarist and Fishing Net. The earlier I can activate Plagiarist, the stronger it could be. Because if like somebody takes 3 wood with their second action, it looks like I can just grab 3 wood. You know? Yeah. It's an action space, not an action space card, so it's not restricted to rounds 1 through 14. Yeah. As long as it's a last person. Oh my god, I am so sorry. It looks like I'm dropping a ton of frames, making this unwatchable. And all of my other things are off. It's just OBS. I guess I can just close Twitch. I should be watching that closer. I'm sorry that I haven't been. But yeah, my computer just hasn't been liking my internet situation recently. The last few days, and I don't really know why. My laptop's too old to recognize 5G networks, but according to my router, my internet speed is great. Yeah, it's getting like 114 download, and probably between, I don't want to guess, but it's probably going to be a good upload also. Okay, so I'm looking at these next cards. Uh, Throwing Axe is quite good. It basically gives you 2 food every time you take wood, as long as there's a pig on pigs, and that might be pretty often because I've seen some extra pigs in the game. Uh, me, I'm doing that. Paper Knife lets you play an Ock for the cost of 1 wood, and you get to choose among 3. So that's a good thing to have if I'm going last. Swimming class is going to be great with my fishing net, because I can just try to hit fishing every time I grow. Me bonus points, and it's just too many points to turn away. I think throwing axe or paper knife on the rebound would be great, and I'm not going to expect them. There's a small chance I go for Stork's Nest. Toolbox could be okay, and Roof Ladder, every time you renovate, you save a reed and you get a stone back. Is okay, but doesn't sound super exciting. And there goes my OBS studio. Oh, come on, computer. No, I don't need to open a Microsoft account. Okay, breed registry is not what I'm going to be using here. Stable manure requires me to have unfed stables and no improvements when I play it. Has to be my first improvement. Churchyard, if I have 10 cards in front of me, I can put 2 food on each remaining space. It gives me a point. That seems good. So it's going to be either that or crosscut wood, which is a miner that if you hoard a bunch of stone, you can get a bunch of wood back, which is great. I think I'm going to go for this and see if I can pump 10 cards out. Puppeteer should help a little. Storeroom, I don't think so. Vegetable slicer, I'm upgrading to an earth oven, not a cooking hearth. Beer stall. Yeah, let's take beer stall. I don't think I'll play Material Hub. I would need to play it early. I already have a couple miners with a reed cost, and fishing net I definitely want to get out fast. So beer stall both gives me a backup for turning grain into food. So it's a grain to 5 for each unfenced stable I have. So I can just, keep a bunch of, or a couple stables out, and the grain I get from animal feeder can be emergency food. Not that I should need emergency food. I think I've set up my game pretty well in terms of food. Alright, my frames look a lot better. Let's see. If I go to my own channel here, it is back online, and it does look like it's going a lot faster. That's good. Again, I closed Twitch just to make the frames issue try to go away. I wonder if I can access the chat from like a different device. No, it's Discord. No, I don't have Twitch installed on my phone, and my tablet's not here, so another time. Or I could try to go find it now, but that's effort. Alright, day laborer, pup, fishing net. Puppeteer plays plagiarist or brushwood collector. And I think my personal goal is to not get distracted. I can take Reedstone food once, but even if I like start looking at getting it twice or three times, then I've really strayed away from my original goals. Bassinet's still here, so it's definitely worth taking here. Over basket chair would be the other consideration. And let's see if I can wheel a paper knife or the other thing I was hoping for, which I've forgotten about. Is this the Stork pack, perhaps? Throwing axe. Or what I just said, and I can't remember anymore. Throwing axe and paper knife. And maybe my memory is terrible and that was the pack that we just took Bassinet out of. But I don't think so. And maybe I should take Animal Feeder over Trap Layer. No, Trap Layer is really good. If I throw away a pig, I throw away a pig. So yeah, I'll be making a bunch of food and then throwing it away on Plagiarist. So apparently my memory still works. And here are Stork's Nest, Paper Knife, and Throwing Axe. I'll take Paper Knife. The reason being, it'll help. Well, it won't help me get another card out in front of me for Churchyard, but it'll help me get my Ox out, and my Ox are definitely playable early, almost entirely. So, like, if I use it for my second Ock and just make it Plagiarist, Puppeteer, or the other Day Laborer card, then nothing is going to be sad. You know, I'm very happy to use any of those. All right, so I'm starting in third seat. I think this is the only spot where Reedstone food is okay, but I'd really like to hit Day Labor. Alright, I can't help myself. Let me try to put Twitch up again and see if that affects anything. Fiscust is opening with Reedstone food. PJ opens Chord Maker. This is a fine occupation, of course. Sobek hits round 1. Okay. Just make sure I didn't move it. I have OCD, of course, about pixels. Cola cakes 3 wood. I'm just going to call it Cola because, you know, the K is capitalized and disambiguates between his name and the name of the game. So I'm not going to be touching the read spot much, but we'll see if I... Yeah, so hopefully I don't help trigger Chord Maker too many times. I'm happy to take Day Labor here, of course. Get that Ock train rolling. If I get a Reedstone Food, I'll start player Fishing Net. Oh my god, a Day Labor block. And my internet is dying, so I'm going to close Twitch again. Sorry, chat. I won't be watching. So I could take 2 clay to get a grip on that first fireplace, which seems like the best option now. I mean, fireplace is definitely fine with animal feeder and earth oven. Yeah, if I had a wood, I would definitely paper knife it up right there. Cola, definitely. Start or plow are the only decent options from here. Looks like they're leaning start. And play baking sheet. Yep, that's fair. Occupation coming in. Okay. Stable Planner is the first Ock that they took. I'm sending them a PM right now just so they don't get confused later. Fiscus going on Reedstone Food. Always nice to hit Reedstone Food twice in stage 1. We'll see if PJ plays an Ock here or takes 2 Reed and a Grain. He's going Ock. Major did flip. Carpenter's Apprentice. Is this one of the new ones? Not quite. This is C deck. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, cool. So I'll take 3 wood, day labor or start player. Yeah, I mean, after seeing Carpenter's Apprentice, it seems a lot more likely that PJ has Stable Tree. Alright, Fiskist is hitting start with, oh my gosh, Grain Depot. Grain Depot is one of the best miners in the revised edition. I assume he's paying 2 stone to get a grain on the next 4 rounds. That's pretty wild. Well, one thing I'm thinking is slightly weird is that there's a bit of stable support revealing itself already with a couple cheap ones from PJ and Stable Planner from Cola. That why didn't anyone take Beer Stall? Alright, so I want to hit Puppeteer first action. Fiskist opening Begging Student. Begging Student and Grain Depot. That's some good stuff. Begging Student, one of the best occupations in Revised. Lets you play all 7 of your ox. No penalties besides 3 early points. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Alright, so I'm going to use that food to pay for a Puppeteer. And I'll mark it here. Oops. Can I rotate this thing, please? Thank you. So this is a good time for me to start player Paper Knife, because I can just set it up for Animal Feeder, Brushwood Collector, Plagiarist. Cola takes 3 wood. Fiskist takes 3 wood. Alright, and if I need a random identifying key among my occupations, the 3rd letters are all distinct. UIAOM. PJ takes 2 wood, and in lieu of 4 clay, I believe I will be playing start player here. To get my ox out, Paper Knife. Third letter UIA. Pay a wood. Hello? Alright, 3, so I get Plagiarist. Okay, and then the last person is on 1 wood and 2 wood accumulations for both of those guys, so Okay, so if I pay 2 food, I can get 2 clay or 2 wood or 1 wood. I think right now the food situation's just a tiny bit too delicate. Decline to use this time. Okay. I think here I can reedstone food into fishing net. Otherwise, I'm taking 4 food fishing. That's probably good. I can figure that stuff out later. Yep, there's traveling. Is this where I want to hit my brushwood collector? Yeah, probably. I'm gonna need to remember what the heck Plagiarist does. Another player has used with their last person, so I can't be the one duplicating it. PJ took Reedstone. So I can Ock here. I can take 3 wood. I can just go day labor again. I could build fireplace. If I don't take 3 wood, I can get it for free at the start of next round, or for 2 food. Let's try that. Alright, so I'll be able to Ock via Agricola, or hopefully 3 wood from one of these guys. It sucks a little that I haven't been getting animal feeder stuff. You have 7. Should be 8, I guess. And then 7 after the Ock, okay. Alright. Fisk is taking the 3 wood. PJ taking start with stable tree, right? Okay. And Fiscus plays Clay Warden. Oops. End turn. Okay. Reno comes. TJ start player. I assume he's taking 4 wood here. Yep. And there's no more wood on the board really for me. Come on, internet. What's your deal? Alright, I got a food and a pig. This gets removed. And Reedstone. Clay Warden affects the big clay spot. Yeah, okay. Alright, Fiscus uses start player, and now I can't, or now I can copy any of the remaining things. Three read for PJ comes with a grain. How cheaper is wood rooms? 3 and 2? Okay, so we can build 2 rooms. It's pretty useful. I'll just take my fireplace here. Yeah, because I have a boar coming in round 7, so I should make sure I get the food from that. And my OBS is dropping a bunch of frames again. That's really too bad. Sorry to anyone watching the stream and encountering my technical difficulties. That's a really unfortunate event there. Overall, I'd say my game looks pretty good. I'm getting extra actions for 2 food each, but I'm pumping a bunch of food into the game also. So right now I could take 1 read and or whatever Cola and Fiscus do. 1 wood, 1 reed, 1 wood, and probably 1 clay. With Fiscus having a clay warden, he wants the big clay to pile up, and might as well take the small clay while it's currently taller. And I mean, he has a bunch of grain and no current food source, so clay is probably good. Oh, Cola took 5 clay. And Fiscus is going to take his own warden. maybe hoping that I'll use it. If I take the one read spot, it delays Chord Maker, which would be kind of funny. If Viscous goes Day Labor, that's a huge boon for me. I would expect Plow over Day Labor, but, you know. And indeed does take the clay. No, I don't want the clay. Oh, and Stone came out, so we're in a late growth game. Viscous start player Pellet Press. That's the pay to play with 2 Ox, and you can pay a read every round to get food on the next 4. Okay. PJ playing Lumber Virtuoso. Every harvest when you have a bunch of wood, you can discard down to 5 and then do the action. That's kind of fun. Okay, so I could take... Yeah. This round I'll be happy with whatever comes back. Or whatever the plagiarist action is. Especially if I take that wood. Alright. So not Reedstone Food, but it will be 3 wood or... 2 wood maybe. Plow. How's Viscous gonna feed? Day labor? Day labor? Anyone? If PJ builds rooms, then I could just plagiarize that. Viscous takes 1 read to put a food on the next 4. That's bad for the Chord Maker. What's PJ gonna take here? I mean, Room Stable seems good, but he can just do that next round. Yeah, and this way I'm just gonna plagiarize that. Cola might take the sheep. Oh, you just built a stable? I guess that does good things for the math. So yeah, I should probably just get the sheep out of here. Okay. So that happens. I'm left with 2 wood. If PJ starts, I could just run a stable block. Drift net boat. +2 food on fishing. Okay. Or I could just take 4 wood and be ready to build grow again. PJ's gotten distracted before, so he might be willing to get distracted again. Oh, put my room in the wrong spot. I'm supposed to build a box house. Oh, it's annoying. It won't matter too much, I hope. I would ask for a take back, but tournament game makes that much sketchier of a situation. Yeah, Fiscus has grain. He doesn't need. Okay. Let's get that final piece of the day labor puzzle out there. PJ takes 2 stone. His favorite move. Oh, he doesn't have a room. Oh, wait. He just did the thing. He discards down to 5 and takes a room action without paying. Wait, what? Paying the usual cost. Okay. So he's going to have a room. I'm going to have a room. Let me just play this. It's kind of silly, but I want 6 wood out there. And I'm at 7 cards now. Traveling and stone are the last actions there. And I'll do 3 wood. Okay. Yep, glad I didn't forget about that. PJ gets his room as an automatic action. Oh, and Fiscus gets his free Ock, that's right. Pigs come out. Potato planter, so if you get a vegetable if you correctly guess on you taking one of them and the other one being unoccupied between that one play, one read. My frame drop is ridiculous. I'm gonna check the chat really quick, cause yeah, I'm sorry everyone trying to watch this on stream. It just looks like it's not gonna be working. PJ Family Growth Hutch. Yeah, to all you people staying in the stream right now, yeah, this is not going well. I'm gonna uh, delete that. All right. Oops. And I did take that. Yeah. Okay. I should start. Earth oven or swimming class? Clearly earth oven. All right, so I can't plagiarize fishing and oh yeah, Cole misclicked. Moving is stable. Uh, all right, Cola takes the 6 clay, which makes a lot of sense. Fisk is finally getting in on the plowing. I mean, I thought he might quite a while ago just because he got the 4 grain from Grain Depot so early, but I mean, as long as you get it into the ground in stage 3, that's still a very good spot to be in. I should consider day labor, but is PJ really building a stable? I mean, that'll let me build for free. It's an action I definitely want. Food, grain stuff. Yeah, I'd better. Reedstone food is tempting, but I'm not doing... Well, Churchyard, I'm not super far from using it. Stone is generally good, so... I do have a use for the Reed on Churchyard, or Bassinet. I really should hit my day labor a couple more times when I still get the trap layer pig. The last round to do that is round 11. So I only have 3 more rounds to do that in, and these rounds move really fast. Everyone's thinking about growing, so... Oh, PJ built his second stable way out there. Alright, that's a fishing. So I get that one, and it starts with 2 more on it. Fiscus says minus R. Oh, to food on the next 4, right? Okay. Grain for PJ. And a veg for Fiscus. That's nice. Alright, so let's put a room there. Pay 3 wood for it. So that gets that, and I get that. And let's see if I can ping my swimming class. Yeah, so my game is looking pretty good here. I could restart, or just hope Fiscus or PJ takes it. Sorry. Yeah, this plagiarist is kinda silly. And I'll be able to plagiarize 3 wood next round. Or a pig. Almost certainly. Or Ock. Stable Master from Cola? Yeah, fair enough. I don't know about Ock. Puppeteer can ring twice again. First time for Plow Hero, second one for Domestician, and I'll be totally happy with that. Fiscus does buying Clay Oven here? Oh, Reno with the roof ladder saves this or gives you the stone back. Okay, good. Mm. PJ takes 2 clay, hitting the clay food. Alright, so these are the actions besides Ock that I'll be able to duplicate. Okay. And I will do just an Ock, I think, but hopefully I got more than that. Oh, and Cola didn't start, so I can just grow. That's fun. And I'm getting close to hitting Churchyard. Okay, so 2 wood. Or improve. And then it's 6 wood or grow. Man. Okay. Oh, Hollow Warden for Fiscus. He gets a fireplace here. Good job. That worked out. Oh yeah, and a vegetable. Nice. Okay. Uh, okay, so 6 wood, 3 stone, 3 pigs. Those will all go. But getting to 4, I have an earth oven. I think things are okay here. Okay. Yeah, Bassinet's good enough. I'm not hitting Beer Stall. So I want a food action, either 3 pigs or Daylabes, and then I will fish for a food and 2 points. Yeah. All right, so my day labor should be totally protected. Yep, okay. Do. I'm just gonna stop this stream. Thank you for watching. If you're watching, I can't really check. My internet is not liking the situation, so I apologize for that, and hope to see you next time when this actually works. For those of you still watching on YouTube, yeah, I'm still here. Hopefully this recording goes well. The recording has nothing to do with the internet, so unless my external hard drive completely fails, that part should be fine. Oh, come on. Oh, am I the one causing problems? That's possible. It looks like my internet is alive. Alright, so I'm not the only one. Well, this is frustrating. Play Agricola has been getting a lot of new players in the last few weeks, which is great, and hopefully that continues. There's been a bit of quitting going on the site, a lot more than you'd like to see. And so here's the deal. If you start a game with live players, live competition, you are effectively making a contract to say, I am going to play out this game, win or lose. I'm going to be a good sport about it, and I'll do my best. But if things don't go my way, I'm going to stick it out. Respect the game. Respect who I'm sitting at a virtual table with for an hour plus. Um, I'm not saying Agricola is quitting. This person's quitting on purpose right now. I'm more making a statement about people who have left live games on purpose recently. It's a real shame. And if you do this, you're ruining the fun for a lot of people. A lot of us do care a lot about winning, myself included, but I also care about having fun during games. And when, even if I don't win this game, for example, I'll have had fun. Um, and yeah, it would stink to lose that. Um, so a resource that we have on the site is to save games. And just in case it's an accident and people are eventually coming back, we can recreate this situation. It's obviously not ideal because you have to like remember what's going on. And then the other thing that happens is that we have a thread here to report quitters, and you know you hate to use it. And it's basically you kind of assume that they quit on purpose, unless they're like winning or talking about internet connections. It's also great to communicate that you're going to try to play a game, but your internet sucks today. Or, you know, if you need to play fast, let everyone know ahead of time. Or if you're going to play slow, let everyone know ahead of time. If you know 10 minutes in that you're going to not have enough time anymore, it's still better to say 10 minutes after the game starts that I don't have enough time. There's basically no good excuse aside from technical difficulties for why anyone should leave a game in round 10. And that's my spiel. All right, so I think I'm going to stop the recording here. Thank you for watching this. And if Agricola comes back, I will restart recording and take it from there. And who knows, maybe this continues a couple days from now. All right, have a good one, and hope to see you again for the next video.